So now the question is, an insulated rod, it is the same statement which we had done earlier, only the boundary conditions will be different. Okay, the insulated rod of length L has its ends A and B, has its ends A and B at 0 degree and 100 degree Celsius until steady state conditions prevail. Okay, then if B, then our previous question was that if B is suddenly cooled to 0 degree, okay, then what is the temperature function at distance x from A at time t? Okay, so this was we had done in the last question, and today's question is find the temperature if the temperature uxt if the temperature at A is raised to 20 degree and at B is reduced to 80 degrees Celsius. Okay, so let us see first of all what all these boundary and initial conditions say. Right, so now if there is one rod, okay, there is one rod AB ठीक है तो अब ये rod AB, it is the same rod, consider the thickness as same, thickness and length same. This is rod AB. Initially what it was there, 0 degrees Celsius temperature at end A, and then B was at 100 degrees Celsius, right? So this was the steady state condition of the rod. Then what happens? In the last question, we had done that the temperature of end B was reduced to 0 degrees Celsius, and then the heat flow will start within the rod, and we had to find the uxt as function of x and t. Okay, uxt as function of position as well as time. But now what happens in this case, that the temperature at NT is raised to 20 degrees Celsius and the temperature at B is reduced to 80 degrees Celsius. ठीक है, अब हमारी जो फाइनल कंडीशंस हैं वो ये रहेंगी instead of 0 and 0. In the last question we had A is end at 0 and B was also maintained at 0 degree when it was suddenly cooled to 100 degree. Now what is the different situation? The temperature of end A is raised by 20 degree and B is also reduced by 20 degree, means from 100 degree to 80 degree. So now there also the heat flow will be there until and unless we have the steady state condition, means the rod is uniformly distributed temperature starting from 20 degree to 80 degree. Okay, so we have to now find uxt, which will be function of position as well as time variable. Okay, so the first condition is, first thing is that we will write its boundary condition and initial conditions. Initially, we have, you see one thing, that in case of wave equation, we had 4 constants and 4 conditions. In case of one dimensional heat equation. ठीक है, the in case of one dimensional heat equation, there is one initial condition and two boundary conditions. Right? So two boundary conditions. Now, initial condition, you देखो initially means at time t equals to 0, and I told you this also, that we can find the temperature function. देखो 0, the temperature at first end, plus 100 minus 0 means total temperature difference upon the total length of the rod into x, not x, because it is uniformly distributed. Okay, so you can consider it as x-axis, this as y-axis. Okay, so ये rod इस तरह से है. The same way this is 100, sorry, x आएगा बच्चा इसमें. X is there, 100 x by L, because depending upon the position, it is now temperature. इसमें time variable absent है, x तो रहेगा ही ना, otherwise तो 100 by L हो जाएगा सब जगह पे temperature. ठीक है, so 100 by L into x. So this is initial condition. And what are the boundary conditions now? Boundary conditions are, देखो u at x equals to 0, at all time t, this is equal to 20 डिग्री. हमने क्या किया था, 0 डिग्री से हमने 20 डिग्री का टेम्परेचर रेज किया और इसको पूरा टाइम हमने 20 डिग्री पे मेंटेन करके रखा. ठीक है, एंड u at other end of the rod means at x equals to L at all the times t, this is 80 degree. ठीक है, so this is the step 1 that we have to identify the initial condition and the boundary conditions. Okay, then now we will start doing this question. Then, because now the heat equation is, of course this is one dimensional heat equation, is curly u by curly t, it's equal to c square curly square u by curly x square. ठीक है, you mark, इसको आप 1 mark करो, initial condition. This is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. ठीक है, now by variable separable form, let u is equal to xt, as we have discussed this earlier also. I will discuss it in short. Then therefore fourth equation implies we have xt dash it is c square x double dash t. This implies t dash upon c square t x double dash by x. ठीक है, this is equal to k, say, you know the reason, because otherwise they will be dependent variables. But you will have to hold for a minute. Okay, so therefore we will have two equations, x double dash minus kx is equal to 0. Okay, from this, and t dash minus c square kt is equal to 0, and then we will have the 3 type of solutions. Case 1 is when k is equal to 0. For this you have to write the auxiliary equation also. Auxiliary equation implies d square minus k equals to 0. I'm leaving some of the steps as we have discussed it earlier also. And here auxiliary equation will be d dash minus c square k is equal to 0. ठीक है, here d is d by dx and this t dash is d by dt. ठीक है, so now when k is equal to 0, we have d square is equal to 0 and d dash is also equal to 0. Therefore, this complementary function will be c1 plus c2x. ठीक है, ये मैंने आपको बताया था कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री फंक्शन की जगह हम यहाँ क्या लिखेंगे, कैपिटल X, and here it will be capital T is equal to C3 only, e to the power 0t. Here it is e to the power 0x. Therefore, what is the solution? It is u is equal to xt. It is equal to c1 plus c2x into c3. ठीक है, you mark this as 5. इसको हम यहाँ पे ना c1 c3 को हम लिख लेंगे यहाँ पे a plus bx लिख लेंगे. ठीक है, ऑफ द फॉर्म a plus bx. You mark this as 5. 4 तक हमने यूज की हुई है. Then case 2 is when k is plus p square, means it is always positive. Therefore, x is equal to, first of all, we will write d square. Okay, d square is equal to k square, and here d dash is equal to k. C square, k square only. ये था ना, c square k था ना, तो c square p square. ठीक है, therefore capital X will be what? Here it is c1 e to the power, ये आ गया d is equal to plus minus p. ठीक है, तो e की पावर px plus c2 e to the power minus px, and here capital T, it is c3 e to the power c square p square t. Therefore, u is c1 e to the power px plus c2 e to the power minus px, c3 e to the power c square p square t. ठीक है, this is marked as 5, 6. ठीक है, and then last case was case third, when k is negative, that is k को हमने लिया minus p square. Therefore, d square is minus p square. d is equal to plus minus iota p. ठीक है, and d dash is equal to minus c square p square. ठीक है, therefore capital X कितना हो गया, c1 cos px plus c2 sin px, right? And here capital T would be, ये सारी रेपिटेशन है बेटा, ये वाली जो स्लाइड है ना, t is c3 e to the power minus c square p square t. Therefore, u is equal to what? xt. This is c1 cos px plus c2 sin px into c3 e to the power minus c square p square t. You mark this as 7th, right? And I told you this also, that this solution is discarded. Reason that t is, when t will take very large values, accordingly u will take even larger values, because it is the exponential function of t. Okay, and this can never happen always, that when t is taking larger values, so it means the temperature is also increasing always. So ये इसमें नहीं हो सकता possible. So 6th case is always discarded, and out of 5th and 7th, ठीक है, we take the solution accordingly. Like in this case, we will now take, therefore, u xt, this is equal to usx plus utxt. ठीक है, usx क्या था? I told you this is static temperature. ठीक है, and this is transient state temperature. ठीक है, स्टैटिक स्टेट में आप देख सकते हैं कि a plus bx, it is not having any t variable, means it is not dependent upon t. Once it has achieved this situation, so it will continue to remain in that situation. And here of course this is dependent upon t in equation 7. ठीक है, लेकिन इसमें क्या हो रहा है कि gradually when the time increases, this temperature decreases, means it will reduce to zero, this temperature function. This is called transient state temperature. ये transient है state temperature, and this is static state temperature. ठीक है, so now what is going to happen? You know, in this rod, ठीक है, earlier it was at 0 and 100 degree, now it is at 28, 80 degree. ठीक है, when the temperature is suddenly changed from 0 to 20 and here 100 to 80 degree, so the temperature, the heat flow will start within the rod so as to adjust the temperature uniformly again. ठीक है, so when the heat flow is there, so that time the transient temperature will be non-zero. But after some time, when the temperature of the rod will be uniformly distributed from 20 degree to 80 degree, then it will be fixed. It will be now static state temperature, that it will not again depend upon time. Okay, so we want to find this temperature also. Here usx, this is equal to, you can write it directly or you can find it by using the conditions. This is up to you. Okay, so how we can find it? You know that if this rod is there, here this end is at 20, this is 80. So what is the method to write this? It is, they go 20 degree plus 80 minus 20 upon L into x. ठीक है, so it is 20 plus 60 x by L. So this is your static state temperature, static temperature. Okay, you mark this as 8 and this as 9. Okay, using 9 in 8, we have uxt, this is equal to 20 degree plus 60 x by L plus utxt. ठीक है, utxt को भी हम यहाँ से ये वाले इसमें, ये ट्रांजिएंट स्टेट टेम्परेचर में से हम इसमें वैल्यू पुट कर देंगे. Also using 7 in this equation, we have uxt, ये आपका complete temperature. This is your static temperature. ठीक है, this is transient state temperature. So what is this? C1 cos px plus C2 sin px into C3 e to the power minus C square p square t. ठीक है, so this is how we have to attain this equation. Now what will be done? Now we will find the values of these constants C1, C2 and C3. ठीक है, यहाँ तक बेटे आपका काम हो गया जो आपने इक्वेशन डिराइव करनी थी. So from till this point you have found that how we have derived the solution, and now our work is to find the values of these constants. And how we will find the values of these constants? These will be done by using the initial condition and boundary condition. If you go to slide 1, you check now the boundary conditions, these will be used first. Okay? And initial condition, because it is having the function of x, it is the function of x, so we will use it in last. There is one question that can we use equation 5 for finding static temperature? Yes, of course you can. ठीक है, इसमें आप इसको यहाँ पे देखिए. I'll come to this later on. You can remind me later on, so as to use this equation number 5 for finding this static temperature, right? So इसलिए आप पहले इसमें यही वाला करिए. Now because boundary condition, first boundary condition, because u0t is 20, you go here, u0t, ठीक है, I'm using this initial condition, boundary condition. So this implies u0t, I will put x equals to 0 first, ठीक है. 0 put करेंगे तो मेरे पास ये आ गया, देखो u0t is 20, 20 here, this value is 20, 20 here, ठीक है, this value 20 as it is, plus 60 by L into 0 plus C1 cos 0 plus C2 sin 0, C3 e to the power minus c square p square t. ठीक है. What I have done, I have put x equals to 0 and also u0t is equal to 20, right? देखो x0, I have put x equals to 0, so this term becomes 0. C1 into cos 0 is 1, cos 0 is 1, so C1 sin 0 is 0. I have written second term 0, C3 e to the power minus c square p square t. Okay, no change in the last term, so this 20 is cancelled. Okay, this is already 0. This implies constant value C1 is equal to 0. Reason again, C3 is not equal to 0 and e to the power minus c square p square t is also not equal to 0. Okay, you know the reason well, because if C3 e to the power minus c square p square t is 0, if any of these two are 0, so what is the value of u? You will just have the value of u equals to this value, 20 plus 60 x by L. Okay? We don't have any concern of this last two terms. So we cannot use C3 0 or e to the power minus c square p square t equals to 0. So C1 0. Now I will put C1 0 in equation number 10. Therefore, 10 becomes uxt, this is equal to 20 plus 60 x by L, no change here in these first two values. C1 was 0, right? And we are left with C2 sine px, C3 e to the power minus c square p square t. You go to this previous slide and check this. Okay? In equation number 10, this is 20 plus 60 x by L. C1 is 0. Okay? Only this term is cancelled. C2 sine px, C3 e to the power minus c square p square t. And now mark this as equation number 11. Therefore, now because ULT, ठीक है, ULT हमारी क्या है? This is the second boundary condition. This is how much temperature is 80 degrees, sorry, 80 degrees Celsius. This is second boundary condition. ठीक है, therefore we will have, therefore equation 11 implies, देखो अब हमने क्या करना है, सारी equation में x को L put करना है. ठीक है, it will be ULT, and what is the value of ULT? This is 80 degree. It's equal to 20 plus 60 by L into L. The value of x is L. C2 sine PL it is C3 e to the power minus c square p square t, right? And you can see that this is L into L is cancelled. Okay? This is 60 plus 20. It's equal to 80. 80 and 80 are cancelled. So we have C2, C3 sine PL e to the power minus c square p square t. This is equal to 0. Okay? So this implies what? As we have done in the wave equation also, sine PL is 0 because C2 is not equal to 0. Because if C2 is 0, you can see this term. Okay? C2 0, second whole term becomes 0. C3 is not equal to 0. Again, this will become 0. Okay? And e to the power minus c square p square t. This is also not equal to 0. Okay? So sine PL 0. You know that if sine PL, sine theta is 0, so theta is n pi. From here, I will have P is equal to n pi by L. Okay? So now we have found the value of this parameter P, and therefore 11 becomes U xt. This is equal to 20 plus 60 x by L plus, देखो C2, C3, I will write it as it is, sine px. It is sine n pi x by L. ठीक है? P is n pi by L, px, n pi by L into x, into e to the power minus c square n square pi square t by L square. ठीक है? I have just put P is equal to n pi by L. So this is the value here. And now I will also put C2, C3 is equal to Bn, right? ठीक है? Bn अगर इसमें put कर देंगे, putting C2, C3 is equal to Bn. Therefore, the most general solution, you know this introduction of n. So we usually take this summation part. ठीक है? The most general solution is U xt. This is 20 plus 60 x by L plus summation Bn. ठीक है? C2, C3 I will tell later. This is equal to Bn sin n pi x by L e to the power minus c square n square pi square t by L square, and Bn is C2, C3. And you mark this equation as 12th. Okay? Now the last variable, last constant is to be found, that is Bn. And now, because U, ये अब initial condition है, x0. Initially, at time t equals to 0, what was the value of U? It was 100 x by L. See the slide 1. ठीक है? ये थी initial condition. This was the initial condition. Ux0 is 100 x by L. जो initially हमने यहाँ पे इसको लिखा था. So therefore, 12 equation implies, ठीक है? 12 का यहाँ पे अब हम पुट करेंगे. देखो U x0 ये कितना है? 100 x by L. Ux0, this is 100 x by L. It's equal to 20 as it is, 60 x by L as it is. ठीक है? No change, because now we are not putting the value of x. What we are putting? We are putting t equals to 0. ठीक है? And this is summation Bn sin n pi x by L, and you can see that this term will be 0. Right? So now you can see this implies this 100 minus 60. It will be 40 x by L minus 20. This is equal to Bn sin n pi x by L. ठीक है? तो अब ये हमारा यहाँ पे इक्वेशन नंबर कौन सी बन गई? 13. Although this is not the equation, this is the condition. ठीक है, नॉट द इक्वेशन टेलिंग वैल्यू ऑफ uxt। ये आपको समझ आ जाएगा बाद में जब आप इसको करोगे, ठीक है। सो which is half range sine series expansion, ठीक है। therefore the value of bn comes out to be, ठीक है, value of bn comes out to be 1 by 2 by l, ठीक है, 2 by l integral 0 to l fx sin n pi x by l dx, ठीक है, 2 upon l। अब इसमें कैलकुलेशन ही है, नथिंग एल्स, ठीक है। सो bn will be found and we will put it there in the equation number 12, ठीक है। so 0 to l, what is fx? Fx is this value whose half range sine series expansion is this. It is 40 x by l minus 20, this is fx sin n pi x by l dx, ठीक है। therefore now solving it we have 2 by l, it is, देखो फर्स्ट फंक्शन एज इट इज 40 x by l minus 20 into साइन, साइन का आ गया यहाँ पे माइनस कॉस अपॉन n pi by l, ठीक है, माइनस डेरिवेटिव ऑफ फर्स्ट टर्म, डेरिवेटिव ऑफ फर्स्ट टर्म इज 40 by l, ठीक है, into इंटीग्रल ऑफ दिस कॉस टर्म माइनस साइन n pi x by l upon n square pi square by l square, limits from 0 to l. Beta, so you do one thing, you solve this by yourself, okay? Now the only thing that you have to put the value of x is equal to l for the upper limit, and for the lower limit you will put its value equal to 0, and I'm taking its answer. This answer will come out to be, if that I will take in the problem session, that if you have any problem in solving this, okay, it is equal to 0 when n is odd, okay, and its value will be minus 80 upon n pi when n is even, right? And now putting this value of bn in equation number 12, putting value of bn in 12, this implies uxt, I remember this, 20 plus 60 x by l plus summation bn, bn is minus 80 upon n pi, ठीक है, n varying from 1 to infinity, n odd, ठीक है, for odd, no, n even, it is for n even, right, and 80 upon n pi, and it was sine n pi x by l into e to the power minus c square n square pi square t by l square, right? So this is our required answer. So means now you can put any value of x, any value of t. So this expression, this derived expression is going to give you the solution. Okay, I have recorded this also. And you see one more thing you were asking, that usx by using that static function temperature. Because usx, this is equal to ax plus b, right? And at x equals to 0, u is 0, use this. Okay, u is 0 at x 0. Okay, this implies b is 0. And what else? U sx will be what? Ax. And now at x equals to L, U is 100. ठीक है, तो अब इसमें it is 100 at L, A L, ठीक है, so value of A is 100 by L. So now putting this value of u, it is u sx is equal to a की value कितनी है 100 by l, so it is 100 by l into x. ठीक है, तो screenshots